Brickell neighborhood here in Miami. Nightfall as we go to the ninth, all tied at 2. And Marcell Ozuna is going to lead things off. Look at his career against the Marlins and take note of 8 game-winning RBI. And we'll see what the ninth inning has in store here.
Well, number 9 sounds really nice right now for Marcell, who again has done so well in this ballpark, and now he'll have to do it against a new right-hander in Tyler Zuber, who has entered this game.
And Zuber's first pitch misses 1-0. He saw for the Marlins 10 hits tonight, but 8 of those have been with the bases empty. So Braves pitching has done a good job of working around all of those hits for Miami. Out to left center off the bat of Ozuna, toward the wall and off the wall. What a start here in the ninth. Miami Marcell with a leadoff double.
And good timing, and Marcell knows that he is coming out of this game for a pinch runner. It'll be Eli White, but what a great job here against this slider. It was down but middle. Marcell all over it. And this one actually carried a little further than I thought. I thought this ball was not hit as hard as it was, but you can see it there hitting the middle of that left center field wall. How about every ball that is hit the wall has hit the high wall?
Yeah.
Not that that one would have mattered as much, but there's really just a couple of small sections here that are higher than the rest of the outfield wall, and those are the only ones we're seeing bounce around.
So as you said, the Braves now have White in scoring position, and Ozzie, who hit one of those balls off the top of the wall in right center's last time up, digs in. And then he had that homer back in the 4th inning that traveled almost 400 feet. Outside, 3-0 to Ozzie Albies.
He overthrew that slider in a 2-0 count. He's had some issues, hasn't faced a lot of lefties this year, but they are 6 for 15 against him. That's good for an even .400 batting average.
Does catch the outside corner. First time that the Braves have had the leadoff man on since the 1st inning. When they got Profar on in the 1st, he scored. Can they do the same thing to grab the lead here in the 9th? Ozzie pops up the 3-1. And there's room over there in foul ground for Sanoa. So Zuber got what he was looking for there and out without anybody advancing. And now here's Nacho Alvarez.
Good looking sweeper right there. That pitch was tight, some late break to it.
And then he speeds him up with 94. Saw Zuber last night. Only 10 appearances at the major league level since 21. And a couple last year for the Rays, 8 this year, first with the Mets, and now 7 with the Marlins. Some injury issues in between. Low and away, 2-2 to Alvarez. Full count.
So I didn't realize this. There's been 10 big leaguers to come out of Arkansas State. Him and Liam Hicks, teammates there.
Oh, were they?
Yeah.
Yeah, Zuber, 6th-round pick out of Arkansas State by the Royals back in 2017.
Actually, I shouldn't say teammates. They both went there. I'm kind of assuming that they're close in age. Liam Hicks at 26 years old, so maybe not actually, because Zuber's 30. So they're the last 2 guys to come out of Arkansas State.
And Zuber is the highest drafted of that crop in Arkansas State history. He walks Nacho Alvarez, so runners at first and second. It's going to be Brujan coming up to the plate.
I tell you, that's a really good at bat for Nacho. He falls behind in the count 0-2, and it was a good sweeper. It was a pretty good fastball. He had this look in his eyes like, oh, I might be in trouble here. And he did a great job not chasing and drawing that walk.
Clayton McCullough making the change here with 1 out in the 9th. Well, let's take a look at our Georgia Natural Gas Greener Life Impact play before this ball game continues here in the 9th. Mentioned if the Braves win today, they win the season series against the Marlins. It would be for an 11th straight year, and the active top number is 11. The Cubs over the Pirates.
That is pretty incredible. It's not easy to do. You might look at some of these teams and be like, well, Pirates and Marlins have struggled. Obviously really good for the Braves and what they've done against the New York Mets. But again, they're all big leaguers. Everything's got to go right. And so a real opportunity right now for the Atlanta Braves to continue their domination against the Marlins.
And the former Marlin, Brujan, stands in, hits it pretty well to left. Hernandez back. It is over his head, bouncing up against the wall. And Brujan gives the Braves the lead against his former team in the 9th inning.
How good does that feel for Brujan in that spot? Not just the RBI double, and that's a big one, but the Marlins, with all the information they have on their guy, did you see how shallow they were playing him in left field? Like it was Little League. He can't hit it over our head. He smoked this slider to left field right down the middle. I mean, that is incredibly shallow out there in left for Hernandez, and the Marlins get burned.
Yeah, the analytics bit him there. Now the infield in. Runners at second and third, and a strike to Drake Baldwin.
So check this out for Drake Baldwin. I kind of wondered with him staying in and Murph coming out that we very likely would see Simpson, but the numbers tell you otherwise. Not to say that you wouldn't want him up against the right-handed pitcher, but he's been so good against the lefties. The numbers that you saw, the OPS is better left on left for Drake Baldwin. This is not a situation where you feel like, oh man, we got the matchup we didn't want. You're okay with this matchup.
Can he help the Braves tack on another run here in the 9th inning?
And there's some history here, right? Drake took Simpson deep earlier this year when we played the Marlins back in June. So again, it's a very interesting situation, and it could have been about Brujan for them and wanting to get the lefty in there.
Baldwin gets it through the right side. 2 more come home. A 3-run 9th, and Atlanta has seized control of this ball game here at Lone Depot Park.
Well, this has been a night in which the Atlanta Braves have won the matchups. Go back to Dylan Dodd, the big strikeout that he had against the pinch hitter Wagaman. Now left on left here for Drake Baldwin, and in a 2-strike count, look at the plate coverage, and he understands that the infield is in. So he's just trying to get something through the infield, and that great back control that Drake Baldwin shows up big here in the 9th inning. And there's Ronald telling guys when to slide and when to run around the bases and having a good time.
The hit parade continues. Now it's Profar. Everything coming up roses right now for Atlanta.
Well, jumping on a first pitch here, 95 miles an hour, elevated but away. And Jurickson Profar so locked in right now, taking full advantage with a nice little base hit there to left.
Brujan had the big hit to put the Braves on top. Baldwin with a 2 RBI single. A Profar hit. Now here's Olsen. And for Drake Baldwin, by the way, he drove in RBIs 59 and 60. Most for a National League rookie, distancing himself from Agustin Ramirez of the Marlins. And those were 2 big ribbies for the rookie. Other thing too is 18 of those 60 RBI, including 4 of his home runs for Drake Baldwin, have come against the Marlins.
Setting the standard early here for Drake Baldwin and a team and a group of pitchers that he's going to see quite a bit.
One ball and 2 strikes here to Matt Olson. Simpson laboring since coming in out of the pen. 2-2. And that misses. Bottom of the 9th will bring up the bottom of the order. 8-9-1 for the Marlins. Braves double barrel action. Iglesias and Suero ready.
What that tells you is that if the score holds, Raisel Iglesias will be in the game. If the Braves score any more, it becomes a non-save situation, then Suero likely to be the guy.
That missed. Bases loaded. And Acuna strolling to the plate.
Well, this is definitely the matchup you did not want. So that means a visit now from your pitching coach and Daniel Moscas.
Maybe Ronald Acuna Jr. licking his chops a bit here.
And another card out. We talked about this yesterday when we saw it. It's just, I don't know, something a little bit unusual about it, right? What did we see with Rick Kranitz when he went out to talk to Hurst and Waltrip, right? It's not about data in that situation. It's about what he's seeing, and he was aggressive and was kind of gave him that verbal poke in the chest to try to get him convicted and back on track, and he ends up getting out of that inning. And I'm not saying there's not value in having some of the data there, but these conversations really at this point need to be more about what you're seeing and what you need your guy to do.
Well, a pretty quick discussion between Daniel Moscas and Simpson. Acuna waits. Big swing. Two hits tonight, including that laser last inning at over 115 miles per hour off the bat. Few shakeoffs for Simpson before he has what he wants.
I was going to say a pitch clock violation coming. You could see it. All those shakes, the clock started ticking down. He looked over, had not come set yet with about 6 seconds to go. And I'm surprised he held as long as he did.
That's a costly one with the bases loaded. You go from 1-1 to 2-1. Simpson has faced 4 batters, has not retired any of them. Trying to get Acuna here. 2-2 count. And now full count with nowhere to put him. Bases juiced. Payoff pitch. Upstairs, he walked him. Another run home. 6-2.
Well, certainly Ronald probably wanted a little bit more, but he'll take the RBI walk. And good job by him by not getting over anxious in that spot. Your team's got a lead. You're thinking big. That's a good at bat. Good discipline. Trust Michael now, who is coming up next with a big opportunity.
And Michael is the 9th Brave to come to the plate in this inning. And 4 runs in this 9th. That is the most that the Braves have scored in a 9th inning this season. Two and 0. Josh Simpson is struggling out there right now for the Marlins.
Those look nearly identical. 1 a ball and 1 a strike.
That one could have been a strike, but instead a 3-1 count. Is he going to walk another run in? Full count, 3-2 as Michael bounces it foul.
I think Michael looked back and asking whether or not that ball was a strike. The pitch was a strike. He was told no, and there was kind of a look of frustration because he had done an excellent job of not chasing any of those borderline pitches earlier in the at-bat.
Eli White waits next.
Is there nobody throwing in the Marlins bullpen?
I think it is Simpson or bust right now.
Wow.
Harris puts it in play on the infield. An infield fly rule in effect, but the catch is made even with a little drama by Edwards. So 2 down now for Eli White. This is the spot in the lineup that was occupied by Ozuna to start the inning. Remember, he doubled to left center, and then Eli came on as the pinch runner. And now Eli gets to bat here. Eli White with a hit out to left. Braves are going to try to score 2 more, and they will. And Acuna rather safe at third. It is a big 6-run top of the 9th for Atlanta.
And good for Eli. This is not easy to do when you're not playing with any regularity, and then to see a breaking ball. and he got one that he could handle up in the zone and drives it into left field. You see it here, and it kind of stayed flat. Outside corner, didn't have nearly the movement that we had seen earlier on that pitch.
Everybody getting involved. Ozzie coming up swinging. '11th Brave to come to the plate here in this very busy top of the ninth. Ozzie hits it high and deep to left. Hernandez at the track, at the wall. She's gone. A 2-homer night for Ozzie and a 9-run ninth for the Atlanta Braves.
Impressive once again from Ozzie in the celebration, starting now with this huge inning. You can see that ball, little slider again with not a lot of movement to it, just kind of spinning inner third. And Ozzie punishes this thing into left field.
He got stuck right there in the net. Acuna with a celebration. Wow, what a ninth. They wanted to let Simpson finish it, but they are not going to. The double bubble helmet is on and the route is on here in South Florida. Position player pitching alert here as Javier Sanoa comes on. He's got a 1-2 count against Nacho Alvarez. All smiles for Ozzie and everybody over in that Braves dugout right now. I thought he had him.
Oh, that's not a strike. He might have quick pitched him as well a little bit. And Sanoa just wanted to get this inning over, but to get a called third strike, you actually have to throw a strike. You serious?
He was excited. He got a little pop out to shallow center. The catch is made. That ends it. 9 runs, folks, in the ninth for the Braves.